episode's called Millions of Dead Goths, isn't it? Strange things happen, you go round and twist. Save my blood! Get all you can, give me a little air, I'll give it back. Save my blood, with all you got, with all you sound, you won't give it back. Save my blood, really scare me fucking right up. Are you still coming up with the summer? Save my brain! Save my brain! Get all you can, give me a little air, I'll give it back. Save my brain, with all you got, with all you sound, like you won't give it back. Save my brain, really scare me fucking right up. Are you still coming up with the summer? Save my brain! Save my brain! Save my brain! Cheers!
So that was Pizzatramp at the Salty Dog. Welcome to episode 10 of Old Angry Punks.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're very busy again. We got the Mad Badgers up next and
yes.
talking to Andy. Yeah, that's another Salty Dog.
And that was, although it was quite a short interview with Gage, the singer, quite informative, but we did have to cut it short, unfortunately, because of bands started to play and were drowning us out, unfortunately.
But short interviews can have their own silver linings, because that means we've got more videos in viewers' requests from us, and we can thank David Black, who sent us some footage from the USA again, Andy.
Fantastic. Thank you, David.
And
Always welcome.
You know it's going to be good.
Without a doubt, from David. Oh, can I just give a shout out?
Yeah, mate.
A quick shout out to Arthur Lill, who I found on Facebook. Now, he sent me Ministry of Truth CD, and 2 t-shirts, one I gave to you. But he's also in another band called Boycott the Baptist. So thank you, Arthur, and please check him out. Check both his bands, MOT, Ministry of Truth, and Boycott the Baptist. Cheers, Steve.
No worries, mate. Well, the Rebellion Festival has just gone by, and we'll get back to a little special on that very soon.
Fantastic.
But anyway, then it's a nosy into Neil's wardrobe.
Fantastic.
A peek into Andy's post.
Ooh.
And we're following this up with a book review from our old mate Sav, Andy.
Yes, I believe he's done a really good review.
Of a certain hairdresser.
What more can we say?
We've got CD reviews from Grail Guard and...
The Gawk.
Brilliant.
From Ireland.
Brilliant. And of course it's finally a medley of old punk classics to finish.
Which I always love. Because I never know what Steve's going to come up with, so it's a surprise to me as well.
Anyway, right now, where are those mad badgers?
Let's have them on, eh? Old Angry Punk here. We've just seen the Mad Badgers and they've just come off stage, and I'm here with the singer Gage. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
So that
Thanks
was
for having
fantastic.
me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, I must admit that's probably the first time I've actually stood and watched the full set. Very impressed.
Oh, thank you.
And Johnny, I don't know if you remember a band called Rudimentary P-Night.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He said you've got vibes of Rudiment music-wise.
Right, that's cool.
I think you're quite an old school sort of band.
Yeah, very DIY kind of.
Have you heard that before? Yeah.
Yeah, we did very much are just like we're just in time really. That's about it.
Exactly.
A bit of Susie.
But yeah, so how do you go about writing your songs and that?
I normally sit at home and come up with some absolute bollocks.
Right.
And then I come back in and I'm like, right everyone, so I've written this, and then it all kind of comes together. But then, because some of our songs are so stupid,
Yeah.
so when I wrote King of the Streets, the Pigeon song,
Yeah.
I wrote it at home,
Great
and it's
song.
one thing sitting there kind of mumbling it to yourself, and when you went into practice and was like, right guys, listen to this, I got about 2 lines in, pissed myself laughing. It's like, what is this? What have I written?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Once the initial laughter is out of the way, then
You,
we'll
you
just-
get down and do
Yeah.
a song. Yeah. Fantastic. Really? So you're the main songwriter, right?
Yeah, for some reason. But
Do you come up with the music or the other guys?
it's kind of a mix. Like I'll do the guitar, then obviously.
Yeah.
But then they'll just do their own thing with the drums. And they
Just come in with whatever.
yeah. Or
So it
sometimes.
works.
Yeah, sometimes. But I'll try that. Obviously, isn't easy with drums. I'm like, I'll hit that drum. I don't know. But yeah. So it's definitely collaborative. Like,
Brilliant. So what are your inspirations? Who's inspired you?
I think we've all got kind of different. Like I know Shane made definitely into kind of like classic. Like I love the Clash and all that kind
Yeah,
of
of
stuff.
course, yeah.
But I also I quite like anything weird. So, like I really at the moment I like Dresden Dolls because it's just really kind of weird.
No, I've not heard of, but they are good.
It's kind of a bit sexy, a bit weird.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Our general vibe is if we can see people laughing, we're doing all right.
Well, you certainly had them going in there, didn't you? How do you find playing daytime shows? Is it harder for you, or?
I actually prefer it.
Do you?
I'm as much as like I know hardcore punk, but I get very tired of these things. So I love a daytime gig because everyone can come out and then
Plus, the other two are pissed, are they?
exactly yeah. We're all a bit more sober when it's
A bit
the
more
afternoon.
sober. Definitely, yeah. So how long have you been going now?
I think about 3 years now. Yeah.
Wow, excellent.
I originally joined them, Shane, our drummer, in
Yeah.
a previous band called Leftovers, and I joined just kind of at the tail end of it. Their guitarist had left, and I stepped in, and then the lead singer left, and the bassist left, and it was just me and Shane, and then we kind of thought, right, we'll just do our own thing now, and
See what happens,
yeah. Then we got Aid, our bassist, which is actually Shane's dad, to come and father and son mohawks,
Right.
it's just the 3 of us since.
Because I see them at the the starting guard a lot.
Yeah.
They're always up there, aren't they? And sort of a regular crowd.
Yeah.
I say we're going up there on Saturday. So yeah, what's the plans for the future?
We're currently writing a new album,
Fantastic.
which is going to be even stupider than the last one by the sounds of it. We're a few songs in. We're aiming to kind of get that done over the summer, and then in kind of like September, October, November, we're going to do like a tour with a new album. Yeah.
Talk the album.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to wind up. I think there's a band coming up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be
Don't
able to
miss
make
that.
it.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. It's been lovely to chat to you.
We'll certainly check you out, and if you want to send us any merch or anything, we'll review it
That'd be
and get it reviewed for you and get you out there.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Check Bad Badgers out, yeah?
I wake up in the morning when the sun's going down. Have a little shower in my dressing gown. With my socks in the toaster and my shoes in the pan. My dog is in the washing machine. He always turns out dead, but at least he's clean. Sitting on a swing and I'm spinning round. There's lots of angry dogs staring at me now. They know what I did to my pet dog Chow. I put him in the washing machine. He always turns out dead, but at least he's clean. But at least he's clean.
We're very serious, I'm right.
Death Evacuate!
she really going out with him?
Another day, I got a new rose, I got it good. Yes, I knew that I always would. I can't stop to mess around. I got a brand new rose in town. I never thought this could happen to me. I feel strange, oh why should it be? I know it's true. Somebody this great. Yeah, I gotta go. Or it'll be too late. Yeah.
On the 22nd of October 1976, the Damned released the first punk single, New Rose. Welcome back to Neil's Wardrobe. Prior to becoming the Damned, Dave Vanian, Captain Sensible and Rat Scabies were members of a band called Masters of the Backside with Chrissie Hynde, later of the Pretenders. Brian James was a member of London SS, whose members went on to form the Clash Generation X. Scabies and James had played together before and they wanted to start a new band. With Scabies on drums and James on guitar, the vocalist Dave Vanian was the only person to turn up for the audition. Apparently it was Sid Vicious was meant to be at that audition too, but I guess he had other places to be. They did play their first gig supporting the Sex Pistols at the 100 Club on the 6th of July 1976. A few weeks later they played again at the same club for Malcolm McLaren's 100 Club Punk Special. On the 22nd of October of 1976 they released their first single, New Rose, on Stiff Records. The Damned were the first UK punk band to release a single. 5 weeks later the Sex Pistols would release Anarchy in the UK. The Sex Pistols' Anarchy in the UK tour featured The Clash, Johnny Thunders and the Heartbreakers and The Damned, all as openers. The first punk studio album was Damned, Damned, Damned on the 18th of February 1977, with Nick Lowe as producer. It included a new single, Neat, Neat, Neat. They went on tour to promote the album. They were openers for Mark Bolan's T-Rex in March 1977. They went on to tour the USA. Again, they were the first British punk band to do so. Author Ian Winwood wrote, "In terms of placing boots on the ground, it is the Damned who can be credited as having the most influence on American punk rock. Later in 1977, Lou Edmonds joined as a second guitarist. Nick Mason of Pink Floyd produced a second album of the Damned, Music for Pleasure. Unfortunately, it was slammed by critics. It led to the band leaving Stiff Records and Rat Scabies leaving the Damned, for the first time anyway. The Future Culture Club drummer John Moss joined the band until they disbanded in February of 1978. There were brief projects including Le Punks that featured Scabies, Vanian, Sensible and Lemmy of Hawkwind Motorhead fame. Other musicians played with the band including Henry Badowski on bass, later filled by Algie Ward of the Saints. In a tour of Scotland later in 1978, the actor Gary Holton replaced Vanian on vocals. In April of 1979, they officially became the Damned again. They signed up to Chiswick Records and released Love Song and Smash It Up. This was followed by a third studio album, Machine Gun Etiquette, that was recorded at Wessex Studios in London. The Clash were recording London's Calling there, and Joe Strummer and Mick Jones made a vocal appearance on the title track, Machine Gun Etiquette. It received positive reviews. Certainly since following the third studio album, the Damned did start becoming more of a gothic band, but today the Damned are perhaps one of the most prolific touring bands out there, continually releasing music all the time. There's plenty to read and write online. There's more than plenty of the Damned out there. Go find them, go research them. I think you'll come off pretty well. So Andy, what's in the post?
Well, Steve, it's a surprise, and I'm not going to tell you or tell the viewers. I just want them to sit back and watch.
I'm trying one of my old tricks.
I'm trying one of your tricks, yeah.
Alright, I think we can live with that.
Yeah, I think so.
So here comes the post.
Hey, that sounds like the postman. Well, Steve.
Brilliant.
Bit of mail through the post. Let's have a little look. got a feeling this is going to be some singles I sent off for. These are the ones, yeah. I sent off for these quite a while ago. So it's Squirt Gun, Shenanigans. And I think this is on Lookout Records, Steve.
Okay.
And they're a band that used to play, say, 20 years ago. They have not long released some new stuff. Now this is on Lookout Records,
Okay.
a great American label, produced by the great Gioni
Wow.
and his brother Flav, who's in a band with our mate Fraser Murderburger,
Right.
called
Okay.
Phase Problem. But Flav was the guitarist, Dan Lumley drums, Matt Hart vocals and Mass on bass. So there you go, 4 tracks. Social, great track.
Brilliant.
Yep, that's that one, mate. Oh, the Briefs. Now we know the Briefs.
We've heard of them.
Kids Laugh at You and She's the Rat. We can guess what that's about. That's by Taken by Surprise Records. I've not heard of them. Oh, it's actually mastered at North London Bomb Factory. That's strange, considering they're an American band getting mastered in England. So that's the Briefs for you. Do you want to have a little look at the... It's just a black single, Steve.
Okay.
I do like the Briefs. And don't forget the Briefs are coming over and playing at the Salty Dog.
We'll have to be there.
Yes, with the cyanide pill.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here's a classic. Born Shit Stirrers. Who I think are Japanese, I think.
Okay.
And it's a split with Led Zepp Viet Cong, Cereal Bowl Records. Underfoot, I think that's their side. Overworked by the Shit Stirrers. Oh, and look at this. This is on a lovely blue.
Yeah.
Blue for you. So that's some single. I don't know what's in this one, mate. Let's have a little butchers. Oh, now this is proper old school. Oh, and that one. Pistol Grip, American band, and this is called The Shots from the Carlton Rose. These are a street punk band, Steve.
Okay.
This is on the Bio label, which is Youth Brigade.
Yes.
The guys out of Youth Brigade
Remember
label in America. And yeah, we do love Youth Brigade. And there's 13 tracks, so quite a good one. I've not heard this. I have heard quite a lot of Pistol Grip, hence why I bought it. So yeah, there we go, Pistol Grip.
Fantastic.
And last but not least, always controversial, Leftover Crack. This is the F-sides of the F-sides. Very controversial, as we know. Stes Crack with his drug problems and what have you. This is 2 CDs, I think. Or is it 1? I'm not sure actually, it's either 1 or 2. But as you can see, there's a shite load of songs,
tracks,
30 tracks on Fat Wreck, which is Fat Mike's label. Again, America.
Yeah.
I really should start buying British stuff. So yeah, there we go. Oh, look, we've had a look inside, haven't we? It's on Fat Wreck and a lovely, funny looking donkey, whatever you want to call it, deer, eating a house. Rather strange.
Brilliant.
And can I just give a shout out to our mates the D-Cracks, who are, as we talk, recording a new album.
Brilliant.
Go on the D-Cracks.
Hey.
Cheers, Steve.
Hi, my name's Sav and I'm doing a book review today for the OAP's podcast. Andy and Steve, big long-term friends of mine. Today I'm going to do a book review from Stuart Meadows, All or Nothing, who's been the drummer in Resistance 77, Conflict, as well as 999. Okay. This is I picked up the book. It's a 9/9 gig at the Salty Dog, and it was I just thought it was a nice change. I've got that many T-shirts, to be quite honest, so I'm fed up of sneaking those T-shirts in and hiding them from my wife. So this time, anyway, I bought a book. I do read a lot of fiction, but I do also like reading music books as well. And this didn't disappoint. This was a really good read. I'm not the biggest fan of any of those bands, to be honest, but it's very readable. Starts off his childhood, really. Looks at his childhood, and it's quite a stable childhood, really. He has, and he's not a particularly big rebel at school, really. And he learns to play the drums. His granddad is in a military band, and Stuart learns to. That's his first way into drums, really, which then, as he becomes more and more interested in the punk scene, he starts to be interested in, then looking around the local bands, and he does play for lots of local bands in the Nottinghamshire and Lincolnshire area, without not having a particularly that much success. And then he gets quite into the drug scene, which I think many people did, in particular that late 80s, and he starts flirting with soft drugs and hard drugs, and while he's still in the bands, and he probably maybe holds him back a little bit from that perspective, musically, and perhaps his relationships with his family and girlfriends and stuff. So that's quite a big issue of it as well. And I found that quite interesting. It was quite similar to a friend of mine who might have been in the OAPs, but again, like he did, as well as Stuart, he managed to kind of move away from the drugs eventually. Now his dad helped out with that quite a bit. He'd moved to South Africa, and that route going to South Africa was part of his kind of like trying to get himself clean, to be honest. And although he did fall off the wagon a few times, he did manage to get clear of drugs. And to be honest, once he did that, he did start to have a lot more success in his music scene, in the music scene. And they're three very different bands, really. Resistance 77, a very perhaps sing-alongable band. And then a kind of more hardcore political from Conflict, and then perhaps more 1977 band, which I think shows his, 999, which I think shows his versatility of drums, because they're very different bands, but he managed to slot in with all those bands extremely well, really, to be honest. I think it's a really good book. There is a lot of touring, there is a lot about drug taking, but some books that I have read, music books, it does drag on a lot of those kind of issues, and but this one didn't. I felt it was still interesting when he was, talking about these tours and even the drug taking stuff as well was still quite interesting. But there's a mixture of everything in this book, to be quite honest. He's a hairdresser. He's still a hairdresser. That's really interesting. He loves collecting memorabilia from the punk scene as well, and that becomes in the later half, and stuff about his relationships as well. I would really recommend this book to anybody really. They're not my favourite bands, probably all three of them, like, you know, I do like them, but it doesn't stop you from enjoying this book. I think anybody who's vaguely interested in any of these bands would enjoy this. And it's very readable read, okay? So, just to finish off, just in case you forgot that's the book that we're reading, okay? Alright, okay. Hope you enjoy the book if you fancy going into it. Reading that one. Okay. Alright. See you again. Ta-ra.
This is People Just Like You from Grail Guard and their 10-track CD, Still No Future, on TNS Records. The safe place is punk rock. Absolutely right. Feel like driving guitars, bass, frantic drums and a gravelled voice delivery. But it's also about an alternate viewpoint, and with Grail Guard, that's exactly what you get. Here we get to understand British racism from the point of third generation immigrants. If that makes you uncomfortable, it should. It couldn't be more relevant with the divisions in British politics in our current climate. The state of our nation, perhaps. The songs and sound are all delivered in a way that reminds me of those early Discharge days. This is a 10-track CD that delivers punk rock from start to finish. Grail Guard are good, very. The musicians are at one with the phonetic pace and delivery, all tuned into that angry voice. Still No Future should join your collection immediately. It belongs there. File it under Angry. Grail Guard are sure to get the audience warmed up at any gig that they play. The album was recorded and mixed by John Priestley at Abatis Studios and mastered by Dave Draper at the Old Cider Press. The CD comes with a booklet with all the words to the songs. Beautiful photographs taken throughout. Nice and clean, and just about ready for your collection.
Okay, it's CD review time, and this episode I'm going with the gawk, and it's called An Unknown Substance of Pristine Surface. I think anyway, it's so small I could hardly read it. So this is it. It's the gawk, and this is a band from Ireland. And it is 10 songs, and I first heard them and saw the gawk about 2 years ago in Wigan. After seeing them, I talked to the singer, but they didn't have any merch, unfortunately, but he did promise to send me something. About 2 weeks later, 2 CDs arrived from Ireland, which was really nice of him. Anyway, a friend called Sav gave me this, and it's entitled, as I've already said, An Unknown Substance on a Pristine Surface. 10 tracks on Punkorama Records from 2025. What's not to like? Mid-tempo punk, street punk, covering all kinds of issues, personal, relevant, social issues. Great tunes, great singing, a bit of ska, some horns, and my favourite tracks are number 7, number 9 and number 10. Listen, don't take my word for it, go out and buy it, or buy anything by them. They're always touring the UK, so you're going to get a chance to see them. But yeah, the gawk from Ireland. Enjoy.
Bloody hell, the post is wild, Andy. It's just awash with some great bands.
Thank you.
You know, Squirt Gun, Leftover Crack, Pistol Grip. That's a great name for a band.
D-Cracks.
Yeah.
One of my favourite bands, the D-Cracks. And I think they're recording a new album as we speak, the D-Cracks. So I'm looking forward to that.
And the briefs, Andy.
The briefs. We got tickets for the briefs at the Salty Dog with cyanide pills. So that is a must. If you're in the Cheshire area, make sure you get a ticket for that gig. September the 20th, 29th, something like that.
Yeah,
But check it out on the Salty Dog website.
And you know I've got a liking for Grail Guard, Andy.
Oh, Grail Guard. One of my new favourite bands, Steve.
And mine too.
Lovely blokes as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And we can let you into a little secret. We have got an upcoming interview with them.
Definitely.
Later episode. What about that book review from South, Steve?
And that was fantastic, wasn't it? Like
Stuart Meadows.
Oh, hairdresser, drummer, 999 Andy.
Various other bands. And I didn't realise he sort of had a similar life to me in a way. Soft drugs, then to hard drugs, and then recovery, and a great future in punk rock.
Saved by punk.
Punk rock saved my life.
Well,
And his, by the looks of it.
and probably the rest of us too.
Exactly.
And I think we ain't going to complain, are we?
No, no.
So listen, anyway, coming up shortly, it's Medley, and we hope you have enjoyed our 10th episode.
And I don't even know what's in the medley. Never do. I'm as surprised and happy as you lot.
Bye for now, and take care.
Bye, guys.
See you soon.
Daylight, have you ever seen daylight? Do you know what it's like to hide in the city at night? Is it alright? Is it a place that you'd like to be? Do you know how it feels to be outside? Do you know what it's like to be victimized? Do you know how it feels to be outside? Do you know what it's like to be victimized? Vein line, have you ever been vein line? Have you ever had to run for more from door to door? Is it alright? Is it a place that you'd like to be? Do you know how it feels to be outside? Do you know what it's like to be victimized? Do you know how it feels to be outside? Do you know what it's like to be victimized? I was sitting on the dance hall, I just wondering where my buddies were when this girl caught my eye. Thinking that I had a chance, I asked her if she'd like to dance, but she was with another guy. Ooh, when I saw her move, I couldn't walk away. Ooh, I just had to prove it to myself, then I heard me say, hey, come on boy, show the girl that you can. Oh, come on boy, show the girl that you can. Oh, no, come on boy, show the girl that you can. Oh, come on boy, show the girl that you can. So I stuck my chest out and I went right and grabbed my boy and pushed him on the floor. It was a good job he was smaller, I wouldn't have done that at all, so I pushed him some more. Ooh, I guess she was impressed, I looked at her and smiled. Ooh, she punched me in the nose, and then I knew she didn't like my style. No, come on boy, show the girl that you can. Oh, come on boy, show the girl that you can. Oh, no, come on decided not to stay. I went away. calling on a phone. I've got no time to be alone. Someone coming at me all the time. You better think I lose my mind, 'cause I'm stranded on my own. Stranded far from home. Alright, I'm riding on a midnight train, but everybody just do the same. It's nothing like a dirty reflection. I'm lost, but I've got no direction, and I'm stranded on my own. Stranded far from home. Alright, stranded, I'm so far from home. Stranded, yeah, I'm on my own. Stranded, you gotta leave me alone, 'cause I'm stranded on my own. stranded, far from home. Come on! Doesn't matter to like the man thing I can do. You lost your mind stuck in a world. The honey's such a stupid girl. Now I'm stranded on my own. Stranded far from home. Come on. Stranded, I'm so far from home. Stranded, yeah, I'm on my own. Stranded, you gotta leave me alone, 'cause I'm stranded on my own. Stranded far from home. Alright. Never matter what I'm saying, because it's so hard to brain. You better not love well done. You better know how it hurts to be stranded on your own. Stranded far from home. Alright. Stranded, I'm so far from home. Stranded, yeah, I'm on my own. Stranded, you got to feel it alone, come on.